Hi, my name is Kia Salavutis, and I'm going to be talking about courts and judicial independence. So first of all, what are the functions and features of the Canadian judiciary? They are a branch of government with the intention of resolving disputes in the law, as well as to interpret and develop the law. Powers and composition of the Supreme Court of Canada. So the powers of the Supreme Court of Canada is virtually unrestricted. It hears everything from provincial to federal law cases, as well as civil, common law, constitutional, and non-constitutional matters. It also hears appeals from the courts, including the 13 provincial and territorial appellate courts. So what does the provincial court judge's reference case have to do with judicial impartiality? The main issues of the case were that there was a judge named Laurie Douglas who had posed for racy photos that were then placed on the internet by her husband. The judge, upon completion of her personal history with regards to the judiciary position, stated that there was nothing in her past that could reflect negatively on her or the judiciary. She knowingly lied because she did post for racy photos. However, she was unaware, supposedly, of their presence on the internet, placed there by her husband. She then knowingly engaged in sexual relations with Mr. Chapman, who was a client of her husband, Mr. King, at the time. It was alleged that Mr. Chapman was blackmailed into having sexual relations with Laurie Douglas by her husband. Impartiality is vital to the judicial decisions and is the principle of the independence of judiciary, not to be interfered with by executive and legislative branches of the government. Although everyone falls under the law, there was special consideration taken for the judge. If the case continued, Judge Laurie Douglas could have been removed permanently from the bench. However, it isn't easy due to the fact that judges have security of tenure, preserving independence from political change by the government. What is the judicial independence? Why is it important, and which features of the judicial system are? So, judicial independence is a concept that judiciary should remain separate from other branches, as I mentioned earlier. It is said by the Supreme Court of Canada that there are main principles of judicial independence, and they are security of tenure, financial security, and independence in matters of court administration, often in cases that are directly related to judicial decision-making process. It is important so that the judicial branch does not feel coerced by the government to make specific decisions. So the features are FAIR, which is F stands for fair procedure and recognition, A stands for authoritative, enforceable, decisive results, I, independent, impartial decision making, so not putting personal opinions or beliefs into the decision, R, rule-oriented decisions, so following the law. Intend to promote judicial independence. This is done often through a federal body created under the Judges Act with mandate to promote efficiency, uniformity, accountability, improving quality of judicial services in the Superior Court of Canada. They review complaints against the Superior Court judge, and they are controlled by laws under the Judges Act. So this is my video, and I hope you learned a little bit about judicial independence. Thank you.